Hello! It's J.R. Bjornson. Hope you had a wonderful week. Welcome to the Bjornson Videos YouTube channel. It's Sunday, so let's hang out, talk about our week, see how everybody's doing. In my week, recently, first thing on the dock, I randomly got gifted a verification on X. Why did X verify me? Probably because I'm so good looking. I'm kidding, I can't see. I don't know if I'm good looking or not. But that was a neat surprise. Also, I was in Calgary last weekend, performed stand-up comedy at the coffee house. It was called Waves Coffee. It was a family-friendly comedy show. You know the best thing about going to a family-friendly comedy show as a blind comedian? It is the fact that when you can tell all the other comedians are trying to be family-friendly and some kind of collapse under the pressure while others try to thrive. Because in the comedy world, you want to be a certain amount of corporate professional, right? Now, there's corporate gigs out there that live for dirty comics, live for outrageous thinkers, live for people who think outside the box. But for me, I tend to get all my gigs from family-friendly, clean stand-up comedy. And I'm not always clean, though, right? When it's an 18-plus show, I'll push hard. But my version of being dirty is just being delicately dirty, right? Like, the closest thing I have to being dirty is the story I have in college, where when I was going to college in Grand Prairie, Alberta, working on my academic upgrading, my friends would always tell me, "Oh, JR, here comes a babe. JR, here comes a babe." And I'm like, wow. And my friends would say, "She's looking very hot, JR, looking attractive." And I'm over here like, it smells like she uses Bounce and Purex. Now, for those of you who aren't in North America, Bounce and Purex are Bounce sheets you put into your dryer to make your clothes smell extra fresh. And Purex is a type of laundry detergent. So the only way I could ever relate back then was like, yeah, she smells really, really good, which honestly was like Creep City. It made me sound creepy. So that's the closest thing I have to, you know, dirty-esque material, or my 50 Shades of Grey joke where I say, I'm currently writing a book, rather. I'm currently writing a book. It's going to be all in Braille. I'm thinking of calling it 50 Shades of Texture. And every chapter is going to be a pun on Braille or learning about Braille. Like, Chapter 1, when the bumps start to feel good. Chapter 2, the bumps become harder and harder. You know, something dumb like that. Like, that's just the closest things. I'm a dirty comedian in some aspects, but not like appalling dirty. You know, I don't go out of my way to really push the dirty envelope because I'm not too much of a dirty dude, you know? I'm like PG-13 dirty. So, I don't know. I think everybody has their own style, and that's just my style. But, yeah. So it's been a pretty chill week. Oh, if you don't follow the Midday Show with J.R. Bjornson podcast, on Wednesday, I got my Class C First Aid certification, which I know, right? To a lot of people that might not be much, but now at least I know how to do the abdominal thrust. I know how to do CPR. I know how to work an AED machine, which I will have to buy one, because the big inaccessibility thing me and the facilitator learned was that because of my lack of vision, I can't read the diagrams on the paddles. So my theory, my idea is I'd have to buy my own AED machine at some point and put stuff in Braille but with the machine. So then, you know, I can read the diagram in time to know how to put it on the body. But generally, once I understand the system and I have more time with the AED machine, then I should be able to, you know, use it. Because at the end of the day, first aid it's all just tactile, right? A lot of it is going by feel. The only time it's not by feel is I don't really know if someone's discomfort until they talk to me. And a lot of people tend to suffer in silence. If you're wondering what I'm playing with, I'm just playing with my little tripod. It's just a desktop tripod. I do better when I'm fiddling around with stuff. So one thing I learned about the first aid training a lot of people like to suffer in silence because they don't want to be a burden on anybody else. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a weird societal norm. But the thing I learned in first aid was if someone is coughing and then all of a sudden they go to the washroom, they could be choking because a lot of people tend to suffer in silence. So next time, if you notice somebody at a restaurant and you have the first aid training and you notice that they're coughing, but then they all of a sudden get up and quickly run to the washroom, you can sort of follow them and ask them, do you need any help? Are you okay? Because they're either choking and they're hiding it, or, it could simply be something as they may have pooped themselves by accident. So they have to go to the washroom and clean up. That you don't have to help them with. But just knowing that they're alive, I think, is the part. You want to know they're alive, and you want to know they're not choking. Anyway, I just thought I would check in here. I have been working on my podcast, as I said, and YouTube for me is kind of just chilling. Coming up later on this week, I just purchased a dash camera with my own money. And as you may or may not know, I do Amazon affiliate links. So I'm going to make a video for my new dash cam as well. And since we're driving, if it gets here in time, I have to go to Calgary later on. If it gets here in time, I will be able to make the video later on and publish it to you here. And if you like it, maybe you would want to buy it too. So that's how I do my Amazon affiliates. No one ever sends me free products to review. So I just buy the product when I really need it, and then I review it, and then I add it to my storefront. That's how I do it. But anyway, I'm going to get going. Thank you for watching today's video. Thank you for listening and hanging out. This was nice. This is J.R. Bjornson. Have an incredible Sunday. And hey, if you like the vibe, if you like hanging out with this guy who just does these classic talking videos with no B-roll, then, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's just hang out. That's what it's about.